Hey folks, it is Monday, and I was actually talking to a couple customers over the weekend that are having some issues with their data pipeline and with ML Studio, and I'm doing a fair amount of what I would call kind of one-off sort of work. So I just wanted to remind you that Microsoft spent a lot of time thinking about this, and if you're in the middle of building a data science solution, there's a way that we can help you. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick review of the materials that I think are really useful to know to start in what I would call the real data science discipline as opposed to just doing data ingestion or analysis. So, by the way, we call it the dp100, Designing and Implementing a Data Science Solution. I'm a big fan of a cloud guru, and I think I spend about $50 a month on a cloud guru because I really like their content. And they've actually got a three-part course. They have sort of the dp100 Essentials Guide. They have part 1 and part 2 preparation modeling. Actually, I find it really good, but it's not sort of sufficient. I would then add to that on the Microsoft Learn site, if you just do a search for these words, the Azure fundamentals, the core Azure concepts. If you're new to Azure, you're coming from another cloud or no cloud, it's probably worth going through these fundamentals. Then there's something, Microsoft has a relationship with edX, and Microsoft has a course called DAT, D-A-T 229X. It's the introduction to big data. Again, if you're moving from another discipline, this is a good thing to do. We also have kind of a less technical but more business-oriented, something we call AI School, and in just browsing the topics on AI and discovering those learning paths around conversational AI. Pretty good. I think it will give you some higher level concepts. If you're not good at Python, you probably need to go look at the Python Data Science Handbook. And this has the full text by Jake, who's fabulous. There's also, by the way, all of the tutorials. So you can go through all of learning Python from the very beginning. Again, I don't know where you are in your journey, but I think these would be helpful resources. The Certified Data Scientist exam right here is called Designing and Implementing Data Science on Azure, DP100. Costs about $165, but many folks have discounts, and if you go to Microsoft conferences, even online, you typically can get discounts or even free. There's a couple of cheat sheets. There's a great one on sort of the whole question of pandas and PyData and PyData.org. So if you go to pandas.pydata.org, it will take you through this 2-page cheat sheet, which is good. There's also the Python for Data Science cheat sheet, which is a very cool one. And then there's Introduction to Machine Learning, which is Microsoft DAT 203.2x. And again, most of these are free. By the way, there's lots of other places to learn. The big one is, most important place to go if you're trying to learn about Azure is go to the portal and do this. So go get a free account or use your corporate account, assuming that's okay. And then just really go into machine learning and create a workspace, right? So that's the first most important thing to do. A lot of what you're doing is what I call upper right, lower left. And this will be fairly inexpensive, if not free, on a free account. You get, I think, $150 or $200, depending on where you are in the world, of local usage. And a lot of what you're going to learn about or be tested on relates to how to actually use Machine Learning Studio to do a pipeline end to end. And a lot of the questions I'm getting from customers and friends and others are, help, I can't figure out this step in the pipeline. Go look at the other things I've got on my YouTube site that talk to you about a machine learning pipeline. By the way, these pipelines are similar across clouds. I mean, Microsoft isn't the only company that has a studio for machine learning. We're not the only ones that have a concept of pipelines. And so you need to be comfortable with Python. You need to be comfortable with the notion of a pipeline. So we're going sequentially through a number of steps. And you really need to be comfortable with the notion of, we've got some data, we're going to ingest that data, clean it up, pick some fields or features, pick some algorithms and decide what to do with those algorithms. Then we're going to test if, by the way, the algorithms gave us a better decision or a worse decision, we're going to go take it through some testing, and then we're going to do something useful with that machine learning algorithm data combination, and we're going to package that and put that on in nodes, or there's lots of things we can do with that. But those are the basic concepts. But this is science. It's kind of hard. It's a little bit challenging. So often when I get people that are just reaching out for, hey, I'm having a problem with a version or other issue, I don't know, but let's be on a learning sort of conversation together. This is what I do. I try to keep myself up to speed on this. I spend a couple hours a day learning stuff, and I hope to do that maybe to the day I die. And then finally launching Studio. I'm going through the firewall here, so this might be delayed. Launching Machine Learning Studio. Almost everything that I'm going to be taking you through on my YouTube channel over the next few weeks is right here. And so if you didn't know what to do, and you said, I need to create a new something, right? Chances are pretty good that you could do something like automated ML, right? Which is a quick run. And the nice thing is we've got a lot of help here. And so we've got this really cool set of tutorials that you can run through. I'm not going to do this right now, but this is very important to understand. And then if you haven't taken it, gosh, take the guided tour, because it's pretty awesome. Okay, good to see you all. Take care. Thanks, my friends.